Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Trainatics podcast. I'm your host, Jake, aka Trainatics UK, and today we're joined by my co-hosts, the Transport Guide, aka Fraser.
Hello.
Trains Around Kent, aka James.
What's going on?
And the one and only Kanji Kerman, aka Cameron. How you doing? Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome you all to my brand new podcast, which we'll be doing every month. It's like once a month, which is going to be quite cool. So we're going to be discussing like topics and also the best news stories of this month. So if you guys want to follow us on Facebook, just check out our page down in the description down below, and also you can check out all of our channels down below as well. So that's mainly for further. Let's just do this. So
let's do
what
this.
should we discuss first? Like, should we do
IEPs.
the IEPs, or should we just go straight to the news stories or something?
Let's go into news stories and we do discussion later.
That's
No,
it.
news
discussion
stories
fast.
in the middle. Just remember that you're editing all of this crap out.
No, I prefer we just leave it all in. Like, you know, just for
you,
laughs.
you edit
Oh yeah.
Unedited
edit
could be
this
a
stuff
really
out,
bad idea.
and we can have bloopers after a year.
Okay, if I start speaking Spanish at random points during this podcast, which I might end up doing, ignore
Yeah.
me.
Please
Well,
refrain.
are you like half Spanish or something?
No,
he's
I'm doing
his
Spanish GCSE.
homework.
Oh, okay.
Oh
right.
yeah, I've already done.
Right, Richard
GCSEs are not a
Branson,
thing.
Virgin Trains East Coast.
Yeah. So let's start off with our first story being the good old VTech problem. As we can know, if you don't know,
Oh, boy.
this is coming from Rail Technology magazine. Basically, Virgin Trains East Coast is going to be ending 3 years early in 2020, which is kind of sad.
I
Because
like
this has
VTech.
Not once, but twice. It happened before with National Express East Coast,
What is
and that's gone into the East Coast. So it's quite sad. And also Richard Branson is quite pissed with it. So I'm quite upset with it as well. So what are you guys
the
thoughts?
reason behind this choice
This
is
thing.
because Virgin Trains East Coast is designed to make profits for Virgin
I
and
don't know.
Stagecoach. However, they have been making a huge
Um,
loss after bidding, after they're announcing in their
Feel
bid
like
that
I'm
they'll
being
be
put on
paying the
the
government.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I went on VTech not long ago. I had to go up to Leeds to collect a car with my dad, and I went on one of their HSTs, and I have to say it was, even though it was a really busy like commuter hour train, it was actually really comfortable, and it was just a nice journey, and it wasn't late, so better than anything I live with. It's a train that wasn't
I
late.
went on an Intercity 225 with Virgin Trains East Coast extraordinarily recently, like today.
that's good. That's good to know.
Where did you disappear to then?
I went off down the East Coast main line, came back. We went up to Welling North, and I came back via Stevenage.
Oh, cool, nice.
Stevenage is a nice station as well. Just saying.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it is a very good station for like speed throughs, I think, or something. Yeah.
Virgin Trains East Coast is currently undergoing process of removing.
Yeah, no, the journey was really comfortable. There were loads of
of
It's just Cameron. Oh.
Do we need
Okay.
like a talking stick?
How on earth would that work? Just pass it through the screen.
just like
We
post
just
post
pass like
it.
a mic to each other.
Post it.
Post it.
How long would it take for this podcast to get made if we had to post a talking
Does
stick?
that means I literally have to get the train to Hayward's Heath to deliver it to Fraser?
Oh my god.
Oh no,
You
you
should
have
be
to do
giving out
the
my
Chatham main
personal
line to
details
get to
online,
me.
guys.
Hardly a personal detail. It's a station you're near.
Yes.
Mine's High Brooms. There we go. Now you're not alone.
Gillingham.
I have two stations on my local line, being Whiteleaf and Upper Nim. So yeah, I get some good views of 171s.
Mine's either High Brooms or Tunbridge Wells, whichever one's I take.
Mhm.
I've just got one.
Yeah.
Gillingham.
Gilling.
You just said that already.
I know.
Fucking hell. Right.
Repetition is
Right, should we
hilarious.
actually get back to VTech and how they're ending?
Yes.
So, Fraser, proceed.
Oh, okay. Virgin Trains East Coast.
One sec, I'm being called.
Oh my
Hello?
god, Cameron, silence your train.
Oh. I will silence
To make
myself.
multiple payments to the DFT in the final 3 years of their bidding of their franchise. However, they have found that they cannot pay these bids meaning that the taxpayer has to subsidise the Virgin Trains ending their franchise 3 years early.
Chris Grayling, you're a fucking cunt.
Oh dear.
Yes, I do indeed. It's not. This is the second time it happened. Like, have you guys ever been on National Express East Coast before it got turned into East Coast?
No, I went on
one
East
thing
Coast.
I can say is their livery was shit.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was really bland.
Yeah, it's just the exact same one as National Express East Anglia, which was also shit.
I went on East Coast, but I didn't go on National Express East Coast.
Yeah, this is the second time it happened, so it's basically deja vu.
Well, National Express pulled out in 2009.
Yeah, they pulled out and they renationalised it.
But
which was quite cool.
Chris Grayling is refusing to answer what the true cost of the public purse will be.
Answer then. That's our message. That's my message to him. Answer it, man. Just do it.
How about we discuss personal details, such as everyone's favourite trains? Jake, how about we start with you? What's your favourite EMU and logo?
Okay. Shall we just? I'm right. I'm gonna put time markers in these. Okay. So I'm gonna put time markers so people can skip to different parts of the podcast.
But this is 6 minutes.
Yeah, which is kind of good. I want it to be an hour or something. Just at least an hour or over an hour.
Just remember that you're editing half of that out.
I'm so glad I'm not editing this.
Yeah, I might edit or unedit it.
No, you need to edit.
My favourite trains. Right. Well, I'm going to go with 2 categories: classic DMU and modern DMU, and classic DMU and.
Okay, so I have to go have dinner.
Raw.
Oh my fucking god!
Wonderful.
Can you not bring it up?
No, because do you know how badly that comes through on the microphone?
Well, you can easily mute it.
Right, let's do a democratic vote on removing Cameron from this podcast.
No. Cameron,
bit
while
harsh.
you're eating, while you're eating, just mute your mic, and then once we call you, you just stop eating, turn in your mic, and then just talk.
That is a good idea.
Do that.
Okay, we solved the solution. Right,
Okay,
let's
I
get
will be back
to it. So, my favourite
One of the
classic.
things that you need to edit out, you see.
Yeah, my classic DMU. My favourite one has got to be the class 43. Definitely HST all the way.
Would you say that's a loco though?
But it is a loco.
Is there a loco?
It's not a DMU.
Does it classify as a loco? Let me show you. How about one of the bubble cars, like 121s? They're quite cool. I like those. Definitely.
So basically, like the question you put out on your Facebook page, basically.
Yeah, I'm basically doing it. But to be fair, this is going on YouTube, not on Facebook. So yeah, my favourite modern DMU is definitely always going to be the 180 because they look so cool.
Much better than 143s.
Yeah, fuck the 143s. Yeah, fuck those. So
Am I the only person who likes
classic EMUs? My favourite is definitely the class 317/1/8. They're the first batch, like the first batch 317. The ones with the really comfy seats. And do you know the ones I mean?
Yeah.
With the old style pop windows. I love those. Such good motors as well. And my favourite modern EMU of all time is always going to be the Class 334, which is if you don't know what it is, it's the Juniper upper Scott Rail. Best fucking motors ever. I'm just saying it.
I literally
best
just read
ever.
the whole thing off of your Facebook post.
Yeah, I know, man. And I'm still sticking to it.
Well,
So,
mine would have to be my favourite classic DMU.
You don't have to do classic, just saying.
you don't have to. That's just my thing.
I'm going to do classic as well,
do yours.
because my favourite classic one is the 205. The old thumpers.
Oh,
Love a thumper. Love the engines.
yeah, thumpers are quite cool.
The engines are just wonderful in every way.
Yeah.
Modern DMU, people are going to hate me for saying this, but it's the Voyagers, 2T1s, 220s, 222s.
The pain. And yeah.
Well, they're better than 180s, I'll give them that.
Oh,
you.
shots fired.
180s are bay, man.
Classic,
No, they're not.
classic
Jake, we
EMU.
discussed this earlier. 180s are awful. You agreed.
You did actually, to be fair.
The only
Silence.
reason you're saying 180s is because there really aren't any other contestants. You've got 3 choices, or you're going to be seeking into the 143s area.
Yeah.
Or the sprinters,
Okay.
or the express.
No,
sprinters.
they're more classic, I'd say.
Or the Sprinter Expresses, like the 158s and 159s.
Turbo Stars.
Turbo Stars, yeah. I think the Turbo Stars more like
They're
modern.
all classic.
No, I would disagree. What about 172s? They're new.
No, 172s are modern, yeah.
Yeah, 172s are definitely modern. Yeah,
Anything after Brel,
are all modern.
modern.
Anything.
So, class.
My
Yeah.
classic EMU 508s because they're bay. Love 508s, especially in the old southeastern liveries.
Yeah.
And modern EMU is the people. I don't think Fraser is going to agree with this. 444s.
They're
Yeah,
not
right.
as bad.
Love 444s.
The problem with the only issue I have with those trains is like the door placement. Like
Yeah,
Because
the door
they're-
placement.
Because they're
They're
on the
so
ends.
really positioned. Like
Because
they're
they're
not
on the
like
ends.
like sometimes
Well, here's
one of them's
another
like near the
debate.
middle, the other one's like near the end. You know.
Does the SWR livery suit them?
We're
Yes.
talking about 444s, aren't we?
Yes.
I'm not.
I think that looks
livery,
really
basically.
SWR. Love the livery. Want it.
I prefer the old. I prefer SWT, man.
No.
Rest in peace.
SWR.
Original
sorry.
SW2 on a 444 though.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah.
Like the original one that looked a bit like Network Southeast.
No, I disagree.
What is it? Where'd you get that from? Like from the Alternative Railways log? Like, you know what I mean? Like people like
I think
Photoshop.
that livery was put on a 450, but it would be a similar concept.
Yes, it was. I know the one you're on about. And yes, it was.
Yeah, so. Yeah, okay. So should we? So Fraser, let's go on to you now.
Okay,
Favourite?
this is going to be quite hard. Classic DMU. Personally, I'm actually going to go with the 142. I actually hate the units themselves, but what I like about them is that they stopped a lot of the lines up north from being closed by ditching.
Oh,
That's
Ditching
what they
was a
did. They
bastard.
saved half
I agree.
current railway. Modern DMU. That's hard. 17. I'm going to go with the 139 if that counts.
Oh, the Parade People mover. Yeah, that's quite. Yeah, that
Is that
counts.
If that
electric? Is that
counts,
diesel? Because that's
That's-
all it is
yeah,
is a
that is
flywheel.
diesel. Yeah, because it has a diesel motor to get from the depot into the Stourbridge Junction.
The Power People Mover is a class 139, making it a DM.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, it's in the Ian Allen.
Right, we've done.
And
Cameron?
classic EMU.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
quite
sorry.
hard. I've got 3 I'm torn between.
What's the question?
I've got.
Sorry. Just
Oh, classic
I'd either
EMU.
no. Sorry, we're going on to Fraser. Sorry, we're still on
I'd
Fraser.
either go with the Trainatics,
Yep.
the 313s, or the 319s.
So it's a tie. Nice.
Yeah, between classic EMUs, modern EMUs. Do the 323s count? No. Classic.
Well,
okay.
that's by Hunslet, and now those trains were built in 1993, I think. So I don't think it counts.
Plus
No,
323
okay.
was
They're
1992.
nice. They've got the
Have
best
they?
motors.
Oh, okay.
1992.
Okay, thank you for
Okay,
correcting me, James.
I don't know. Do 442s count? I don't care.
442s are
The
classic.
442s.
Uh,
No, they're more classic.
yeah,
I like the classics better.
yeah.
Modern, I'll go with the 460. Classic,
Rest in peace.
I will.
Yeah, rest in peace, Darth Vader. Wherever you're
Classic,
on.
I'll go with the 442. Or I don't know. Classic, I'll go with the 442. Although I do very much like 319s and 323s.
So basically, yeah,
No, that's just a
No.
replacement, isn't it?
no, they're only taking in 18 of them, and they're gonna have Vossler Kemp motors, which are gonna be the exact same ones as the 450s. 455, sorry. You're correct. I know because they don't have the confirmed because they're coming because those trains are coming in.
They're coming in October this year, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Which is quite cool.
I'm going to try and go on it on its first day back in service after its third retirement.
Don't. I really hope they. Do you know like when they did the Network Southeast livery, they like made half the front black.
Did they?
Yeah, they made the I wanted to do that and then put the SWR logo like not the SWR and then no, I mean like the little map. I did to the front. I wanted to put that in the front. That's how they did.
That'd be actually pretty cool.
That will look quite cool. And then hopefully I might be starting to get used to the brand new livery.
I haven't said my locos yet, just saying. Locos.
No, we're not doing locos. We'll do that. Let's do that next month.
No, I'm doing. Yeah, but we need to get
I never said any locos.
If you don't want to do locos right now, that's fine.
We'll do it next month. Don't worry. Right, Cameron, on to you.
About classic EMUs.
Yeah.
Okay. Classic DMU thumper. Duh. Classic EMU. I don't know. 319.
Yes. Yes.
That's not bad.
So, although they're awful at peak times for 3+2
modern DMU.
Guys.
GTR refurbishment.
Modern DMU would be the 170. I'm boring like that. And modern EMU, the 375.
That's decent. That's quite cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Bombardier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more of
Right.
an
Speaking about classic and modern, how about we talk about the replacement of Phil Sayer?
That's just sad. But yeah.
Yeah, they should have some preserved announcements at some stations.
Yes. I do get why they're removing it because as train operating companies go, but you can easily just remove that part. Like it'll just say, like for the 1327 service to not like the actual operator, like just say it's service.
Yeah, especially considering.
But then you might as well nationalise the rail system because the companies will want to advertise their name.
Bruv, it's going to happen. Nationalisation is going to happen because I'm not going to go into politics that much because otherwise it's going to go a bit weird.
Yeah, we're not doing politics here.
We're not doing politics here.
Coming soon, the politics podcast. Yeah. Politicians.
Thing is, then we'd have to be unbiased.
Yeah.
Politics.
Let's just forget that. Yeah, it's going to happen very soon. I'm just going to predict that it is going to happen very soon.
You're allowed to swear, but you're not allowed to say the word politics.
Yeah, just politics is a very bad word.
Oi, did you just swear?
Yeah.
You what?
Did you just say politics?
Mate, I can easily fire you from this podcast. Yeah, I know. Let's not do that. I'm taking the piss anyway. Right. So Phil Sayer. See ya. It's quite sad. Quite sad indeed. Quite sad they're removing this wonderful guy's voice from stations.
Yeah, the new Matt announcer for.
I think I heard the new male voice that could be replacing Phil Sayer.
His name
Victoria
is Matt.
today.
His name is Matt. He's 10.
It's nowhere near as good.
And no, it sounds too automated for me. And he does the if a train is splitting, he'll do it in alphabetical order. So let's say you've got Eastbourne and Orr. Front 4 coaches are Orr, last coaches at Eastbourne. He'd say the Eastbourne, so the back of the train first, because it's Eastbourne is in front of alphabetical. Yeah, that's his name. That's Matt.
Really?
Yeah, he is. And he works at.
I don't know, but it's the new Southern announcer at London Victoria.
Yeah.
But
the ones that don't like
the ones that are like really out of tune and stuff.
But he's replaced London Victoria, and it just sounds automated. It's
Like the one that was there like a couple months ago.
yeah.
Yeah. I love
I
this.
like that one. That sounded cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Beyond Australia.
No, that's London Waterloo. I think it was Amy or something like that.
Seriously, those are both of the most generic names I've ever heard. Like, why did... Oh,
Yeah, that's the new one for the southeastern bit. So boring.
Man. Yeah. It's very...
Right, what topic do you want to move on to next? IPs?
Rest in peace.
That's all they need to say. The only
Yeah.
word announcers need to say now are delayed
Oh, right. Our next...
or
Okay.
cancelled.
Yeah,
If you're in the southern region, cancelled is the word.
yeah. All right, our next story is going to be about GTR.
Is it? I thought we were talking
They-
about IETs.
Yeah.
I rode on them today.
Yes, I know, they're quite crap. Actually, they're the most shittiest train operating company of this month. Of the year, you know, right?
Give them
Amazing.
an Oscar already.
Well done.
Govia has actually
Well done.
been operating southern since the start, since 2001 when Connex South Central collapsed, but they've been doing pretty well. But with the
We were only like
stress
something like
of
68% of trains
Well,
ran
no,
on time.
Gatwick Express, they've been
Brazier.
awful.
Brazier, they should have merged up in the first place.
Yeah, I know. Keep First Capital Connect, even though they
No,
were just
First
as
Capital
bad.
Connect was even worse. They were shit. They were shit. They were absolutely shit. I'm just saying, sorry.
Still better than Southern and Thameslink at the moment.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Never that. So yeah, they are. As for this year, like last year, basically 2017, they are known as the worst train operating company. And what's after it? It's Southeastern.
Really?
Yep, Southeastern's the second worst.
Oh, I've been on worse.
No, Great Northern's part of GTR. This is all of GTR. GTR. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's,
but
it's a
different
separate.
part-
It's a separate
different
company.
part.
It's
Yeah,
a, yeah. Like
It's a brand.
Part of the
Yeah, with-
Govia group, and then Govia Thameslink Railway is 35% Keolis, I think, isn't it?
yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So yeah, mainly it's all because of the strikes and also other shit they've been doing, which I don't want to discuss.
But we've still got IEPs to talk about as well.
IPs, yeah, that's been discussions.
And the new Virgin Trains livery, Flowing Silk.
Oh.
Personally, I think it looks
Oh.
decent, but not as good as the old one.
The older one.
They're most likely not going to be putting those liveries
Because
on them,
it's
considering-
hey, James, I'll ask you that question for you. Basically, because since the livery is all white, we can easily remove the stickers. And then make them back into grey. And then once the brand new company comes in to takes over Virgin Trains, they can easily just relivery.
Yeah, but it'll be a standardised
understand why
company
they
like
kept
what
that.
they've done with South Western Railway and Great Western Railway.
Yeah.
So that they don't need to change liveries or anything like that when the new franchise owner comes along. They'll just change one sticker which says a First Group company or a Virgin company or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Something's the same at the moment.
Yeah, Virgin Trains is 90% owned by Stagecoach. So it's not surprising that they're going.
Personally, I'd rather have Stagecoach running Southern and Thameslink than Southern.
I'd just rather have it all renationalised, or
Well,
maybe
yeah.
on the good side of a reason.
But with a Conservative government,
Or maybe do it like
That's not gonna
some companies, like some countries do, where it's just one company running everything.
Or like
Which is
SNCF.
exactly what's happening to Abellio. Abellio is trying to operate every single company, because Abellio has operated like about 4 of them now. They operate ScotRail, they operate Greater Anglia, they're bidding for Southeastern, and they just won. What's it called?
West Midlands.
Arriva Trains
West Midlands Railway. They won West Midlands Trains.
Oh yeah.
They are going to become they're going to become the next first group of
Well,
trains.
Arriva have pulled out for Arriva Trains Wales, so
Yeah, I know.
for the Wales.
No, and
franchise.
NTR's taken over them.
What I don't like is how that the government has gotten rid of Network Rail from Wales and just shoved it with the new operator.
Yeah.
They're trying to privatise Network Rail now.
Yeah, but luckily,
The nationalised railway can fuck off, according to the DFT.
yeah, well, absolute scumbags, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, absolute scumbags.
Do you know what I did just realise though?
What?
I wasn't recording my voice. But it's all right. You guys were recording anyway, so that's all good.
Really? Well, wait, how does this work then?
My microphone was not recording into OBS,
Oh,
whereas the
shit.
desktop audio for you guys was. So
Oh,
you guys
that's-
are in it, but I'm not. I am now, so
Oh,
it's all good. It's all good. Carry on. We won't stop.
Cameron's been recording anyway. We
The
hope.
show must go on.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll just silently
Right,
cry in the corner. But anyway,
Oh,
let's carry
you
on.
bastard.
I'm
You
unmuted
bastard.
now, so my voice can now be heard.
Right, right. You're now officially in the podcast now.
I am
Are you
now.
not?
I'm here. My name's James. I run trains around Kent. What's going on?
Okay, now this is going to be quite awkward because people are going to think, oh, why isn't the trains around Kent guy not record? Like, not, yeah.
Listen,
Like, why is it just silence?
skip to 26 minutes in for trains around Kent to arrive.
Yeah. We are sorry to announce that the 12:27 Trains Around Kent service
It's
to
late. See,
the
look,
Trainatics podcast is late.
I'm
Because his mic was
I'm
not
run
on.
by Govia. I'm late.
And it's also up by Govia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why your channel's like called Trains Around Kent, even though you go beyond Kent.
Because
why
it was
couldn't
the
call
first. I came up.
It's sort of like South London Railway Photography. He's been to South London probably about 3 times.
Basically, when I first started
that's
this
not
channel.
true.
In fact, my channel's
he's
been
from South
going a
London.
year in February. My original name was Kent Train Spotter 2000, but I got a message from Kent Train Spotter saying, "Can you change your name?" So I was like, "Oh, okay." And that was what caused Trains Around Kent. So I was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds
You should check-
normal."
Yeah, that explains it. Okay.
So that's why it's Trains Around Kent. But I quite like that, so I'm
yeah,
gonna
it's
keep it.
Dixie. Dixie, you're from Kent.
And if
And
anyone
don't
else
change.
messages me to change it, then I'm going to kill them. I'm just going to say, no, it's my name now, so you can go away.
You can just get a belt and slap it around your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. What should we discuss? Shall we go and discuss discussions?
Shall we just make Fraser happy and IEPs?
Yes.
With the IETs?
IEPs or IETs?
IEPs.
IEP. Okay, right.
It's
Let me
sort of like how
clarify.
Virgin are calling theirs the
The-
Zoomers. It's
It all
a
depends,
man's
really.
name.
If you're first
The
group,
official
then
name
it's
is
IETs. If
That's
you're
the name
normal,
of the
it's
difference.
IEPs.
That's the name of the government program. IEPs.
Yeah. But if it's the actual train you're talking about, it's called, like the actual family.
No,
train,
that's
called the
Great Western
Intercity
Railway.
Express trains.
You're not going to be calling Virgin train. It's not called the Virgin IET. It's called the Virgin Azuma because that's what they chose. It's not called the GWIP. It's called
No,
the GWIT because that's what
Azuma's
they
like the
chose.
Japanese word for fast and sleek or whatever it is.
No,
Yeah,
it's, far,
it means
it's in the east.
yeah, it's like it means east.
Because that's the pendolino is the Latin word for tilting or whatever.
Yeah, it's also-
Italian for pendulum.
That's what I knew that.
Oh my gosh.
I knew that.
Right. So yeah. Has anybody been on the on a Class 800 yet?
I have.
No.
I have. You will now see
No,
an image
want to.
on screen of one of the pictures I took.
Oh,
Okay.
free brand deals, Fraser. Come on, that's just no, we don't always
You
plug.
can buy these images using the link in the description below.
See,
not gonna link.
I'm a
I'm
good
not gonna link.
I'm a good child. You can download mine for free as long as you give me credit or whatever. I
so
don't
yeah,
charge.
yeah.
No, but
Like-
the IEPs, what I have to say about them, this is coming from my train guide, which will be on my website, or it is on my
I'm not
website.
going to link onto YouTube onto the video, by the way. I'm just going to link your channel, and that's it. Just trying to make the audience much harder to find
Okay, anyway, what I found is that they are actually surprisingly comfortable.
you. Oh,
Were you in
What I
first
found
class
is
or
that-
standard
it's a
class?
jacket, Fanza.
They are extremely quiet, especially in electric mode.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
If you go into the quiet zone, they have no motors underneath the train, underneath that vehicle,
Yeah.
which means that it's quieter than you'd even
So-
think.
So Fraser, have you seen it? Have you ridden on it with diesel on, like diesel mode on?
No, I haven't been on it when it was on diesel. I only went as far as
okay.
Reading.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
But
Yeah.
what my question is, did you stay? What ticket were you on? Were you on first class or standard?
I was in standard, however, before the train was scheduled to depart and before it was announced on the board and everything, I did go on it and had a quick sit down in first class.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's cool. So,
The seats are quite similar. It's like standard around the country. You just get a little free headband.
But-
everybody wants a little bit of slice of fancy around here. You know, we
No,
got
but as I said,
Atlanteans,
it's
we got-
surprisingly comfortable for phasing.
Yeah. So yeah, fans. Yeah, well
What I
done.
liked
You made a
about
comfortable
them is that
seat.
they had plug points underneath
I'm
every
getting triggered at your
seat.
Spanish pronunciation.
And if you haven't been to Paddington, you need to go to Paddington and compare the acceleration of those with the acceleration of the HSTs.
Yeah.
It is
But that's the
fucking
only
incredible.
The only good thing about the HSTs though is because you've got a loco at the front and a loco at the back. The carriages are quieter all the way through. I know on
That's true.
the IETs you've got the quiet coach which has got no motors underneath it, but in the HSTs you've got no motors at all unless you're in the front or the back coach.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which
Yeah.
is first class. So
Yeah.
granted, in first class you get a more comfortable ride and you get free shit, but you've got a less quieter ride unless you wear like headphones or something.
No, unless you go into the quiet zone where there are no motors,
Unless you
which
go to the quiet
is
zone.
at each end of the as far as I'm aware. Coach
But I'm
A.
on about the HSTs, not on about the IETs.
No, but on the IETs, they have no motors underneath the trains in the quiet zones, and where you're not in the quiet zones, it's still pretty damn quiet.
And the good
That's
thing
good to
about the
hear.
HSTs,
Are you sure it wasn't leaking?
Pardon?
Was it leaking while you were riding on it?
No. Sadly, I didn't get a complimentary shower.
Old joke. Very old joke.
Yeah, I know. I know it's quite old, but I just
old
want to go.
jokes are always the best.
If you don't know what we're
Isn't it
talking
last
about,
time I went
click
on
on the
and
link in
touched the
description
1800,
below.
I did not
to see
get
an
wet.
article from the BBC about the first day.
Admittedly, it was a javelin.
I like
Oh,
javelins.
don't diss the javelin,
Love
Cameron.
javelins.
I haven't been.
They are brilliant friends.
Javelin. The javelins are amazing.
See,
I
Cameron,
want to go on a javelin, but
Yeah.
I haven't been.
I
to
saw
one.
the
They're
I saw the
bloody
video you
cool.
put on one of the groups on Facebook, and it was when you was on. You had
Yeah.
a really eager driver who gunned it out of Ebbsfleet or wherever
Yeah.
it was. I think I went on high speed one. I had to go up to St Pancras for something. I pretty much am sure I had the same driver because he came out of Ashford. He just gunned it. He was
Probably.
not hanging about.
All right, moving on.
Silence.
So silence, yeah.
Silence.
Cameron, what's your thoughts about the IETs?
Awesome idea.
Shit design.
But they were really poorly funded, and it just wasn't really good execution.
Yeah, okay, I might agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that
Like-
as well.
why do they make them 5 cars?
Because
And why do they
service
Because
flexibility,
the
in
A2s,
quotes.
which are more
And why do they-
powerful, they're
Why do they
non-
have Why do they remove the buffet? I want
But
a buffet service on them.
All
What
they
the fuck
do,
is
they
why?
couple
That's what
two of them
fucking
together.
cruisers
Why not
do.
make
Well,
them
at
10
least they're
coaches
keeping
long?
some of the HSTs.
Yeah, make them 10 coaches.
Why
And they
why
are
have two
keeping some of
couples?
the HSTs.
Or go even more majestic and 12 coaches per set.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of funding from that.
But the
Or just get
Pendle,
Hitachi to build us N700 series.
or just buy more Pendolinos.
Or that.
Because then at least you get a buffet. Do you get a buffet car in Pendolinos?
but
Yeah, you do.
but
It's a
Alstom's
shop.
but the problem is, James.
But there are
Alstom's
11 coaches.
Yeah, but James,
No, there can be 9 as well. They
And
have
9,
and
yeah.
11.
11 and
Guys.
9.
James, the only problem is that Alstom is merging with Siemens, so we can't
Yeah.
actually make any. And also their factory in Washford, I think, yeah, it got closed down like back in 2005. So technically,
Buy
they
another
can't make
factory.
any
Make more
Pendolinos.
Pendolinos.
They can't make any more. And
my ideology is just like build a new factory, buy more Pendolinos.
That's another news story, but it's not really from January, but it's actually from December, I think. But I'm gonna put it in anyway.
The new GWR thing.
Alstom's Transport UK and Siemens Mobility, which are basically the two transport divisions of those companies, are thinking about merging together to form a powerhouse. So they're going to be it's basically reuniting desirous cities with Pendolinos. So we're going to be brought under one roof. So they're basically going to become one company. So mainly their transport divisions, not the rest. It's just their manufacturing. So that's quite unique, I have to say.
I have another sort of debate thing.
Okay.
Midland Main Line, Kettering to Corby. They have doubled up the track.
Oh, that's cool.
They've doubled the track. So 7 trains per hour to run in each direction between Kettering and Corby. So more voyages. Well, not voyages, meridians. More HSCs.
Yeah, meridians are bay.
Meridians are bay.
They're bay. Yeah, absolutely.
But how long is the Midland Main Line? How long is East Midlands train?
Yeah, but they're cutting the stops at Bedford and Luton for that.
Yeah.
What, for Corby and Kettering? So basically there's going to be no stops between...
Unless
starting in May, they're going to be stopping all of the services that stop at Bedford and Luton, which means that if you have a ticket from one station and you want to go to Bedford or Luton on an East Midlands trains ticket, and you're not, station isn't served by Thameslink, you have to get a replacement coach every day.
So basically, you have to go to, if you want to get, and Thameslink can't go past Bedford because there's no overhead. Yeah. So basically, if you're going to Bedford and you get on a East Midlands train, you're fucked.
Yeah, it's true.
In the simple way of putting it, you're fucked.
What about Slough Nottingham's?
Unless East Midlands trains, unless Stagecoach loses the franchise and another operator takes over, which is actually going to happen this year, because East Midlands trains, the franchise, is it called the Midlands franchise? Is that what it's called? Because they're bidding, some companies are bidding for it. Yeah, I heard something about them, apparently... Yeah, East Midlands Trains, apparently their franchise ends this year. And apparently one could take over.
I don't want Stagecoach to lose that franchise.
Same, I don't either. I think they're pretty good.
Even though they're supposed to have changed their HSTs by now, or at least upgraded them to apply with the... to meet the disability requirements.
Yeah, Fraser. Okay.
Yeah, but the DFT originally said that they were going to electrify the line, but they've now changed their mind and they're only going as far as Corby.
Which is a big fucking shame.
Yeah, which means that they're still going to have. That means the trains that they were going to order out a new set of trains. New set of electric trains to replace the 222s and HSTs to apply with the accessibility requirements. Mm-hmm. But that electrification is being delayed, which means they now have to upgrade all of those trains to meet the disability requirements ASAP.
Oh, and which trains are they? Which are they? The Meridians?
The Meridians, I believe, already meet those requirements, but it's the HSTs they need to upgrade.
So they need to install plug doors, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be.
Well, we never know. Richard Branson might get it again, but if he doesn't, he's going to have another moan off and get another.
Did the first group get that?
I remember before, back in 2012, because originally
first group originally won that, but Richard Branson went in a strop and managed to get it back.
So basically,
but according to passenger surveys, the majority of passengers
as old as South West trains were.
Approval rating.
I know.
One of the highest in the country.
Trains. It's amazing.
So it depends on if the DFT want Branson still or not. If they want Branson, they'll let him stay.
Because NMS Pendolinos, imagine it.
Yeah, carry on, Cameron. Cameron, what do you say?
I don't know if this is exactly 100% proven or not, but there were talks about First Group getting the West Coast franchise.
No, that was back in 2012.
Just the Pendolino bit, though, not the Voyager bit.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently that's two different franchises.
Yeah. If you do not know, I think parts of Cross Country used to be Virgin.
Yeah, Virgin used to have the cross country franchise.
Yeah.
But
Because I noticed
back in 2007, they got rid of one of the lines.
Yeah, because I noticed because
one of the services, and which was the Brighton service, services to Brighton and Birmingham, and
the track got removed around that bit. Actually, there's a quite good fact on that. Since that track was removed, this company operated like a coach service between these two stations, and nobody never knew about it. It was operating for about 6 years before it got taken off due to cuts. Yep. Virgin Trains East Coast in 2020, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. That's going to be quite interesting. Because of Riva's been pretty shit, apart from Chiltern Railways, of course, and London Overground. And River Trans Rail was shit. It's a shit service.
I can't talk about them because I've never been on one of their services.
Yeah, and it's been taken over by MTR, which is basically... Yeah.
Not that they're going to be any better.
Yeah. Yeah, which is kind of true. Yeah, so it should be cool. So I think it's going to be...
You never know, because MTR currently run TfL Rail and are going to run Crossrail.
Guys, carry on, James.
Yeah, so MTR are originally doing a pretty good job at TfL Rail, and they're going to be running Crossrail, so they're trusted with that already, which is a huge step up in railway travel in the country. And they have this century.
And they also have a 30% stake in South Western Railway with First Group.
Yep.
Which is going not that great, but
no, but 70% is First, and First, as we know, are pretty bad at running a train company.
Yeah.
What's that GWR?
But they do know how to bring out a brand.
They know how to brand stuff.
I remember years ago, every train used to
have First dynamic lines.
Yeah.
You can't go one part of the country without seeing those things.
Yeah, because if you see a Barbie liveried train, all purple, you used to get that all the time. But now they're stepping away from that and making their own different brands, which is quite
which is what I like. But that's probably set out by the government so that if a franchisee changes, which it does happen very often now, when the franchisee changes, the liveries don't change. The only thing that changes is the thing on the train which says a First Group company or a Virgin company or a Govia company.
Similar to GWR, because if a brand new operator of GWR actually comes in, I bet they're going to keep the brand.
Let's say First Group loses GWR in 2021, I think, is when it changes over.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Similar to our Southerners, carry on.
In a few years, anyway. When that changes over, if First Group don't keep the franchise, it will still stay as GWR. It just won't stay on the streets a First Group company.
Similar to ScotRail, because ScotRail was First Group, and then it got taken over by Bellier.
That livery changed because... I don't know. It just that was more, but it looked similar to Dynamic Lines.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite cool.
It was like one of those first corporation, like TransPennine Express. That's getting standardised livery and standardised company names.
When it was first TransPennine Express, it had the Dynamic Lines Do you know that?
Yeah, I know, and now they've changed it to just TransPennine Express, a First Group company.
Yeah.
You see, DFT, it's either the DFT or First Group are actually being pretty smart.
If I could dig
Yeah,
in
go
there
ahead.
quick. For the franchise for Arriva Trains Wales, the person the company that's getting the franchise has not actually been announced yet. So it's either going to be Abellio, Keolis and Amay. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Keolis is basically one half of
That's a
Govia.
joint
Yeah.
venture
And
between
MTR.
I'm good at, yeah.
Keolis Amay is a joint venture
There's been many
between
reports
French
that
and
mainly MTR's going to win it.
So it's
That's the
either Abellio, Keolis or MTR.
Yeah.
That's
But
the shortlist. They haven't
It's
been
going
announced
to be.
yet.
It's definitely going to be either be Abellio or MTR because Keolis is one half of Govia. So they have a bit of a bad reputation. So I don't think Keolis is actually going to get the franchise. I think it's either going to be a Riva, not Riva, sorry,
Arriva
MTR or Abellio. Oh, is it
No,
Abellio?
no, but
Yeah.
Govia is more, the management is made up more of the Go Ahead group. So you never know.
Yeah.
The government might trust them with a franchise on their own without the Go Ahead group for once.
Yeah, that could.
But
Yeah.
if that doesn't work out well, they'll just cut the franchise short and give it to another company.
MTR only have three franchises. They have TFL Rail, Crossrail, Elizabeth Line. Sorry,
No, we're calling it Crossrail.
it's
We're calling it
Crossrail. It is
Under
Crossrail.
Jeff Marshall's terms and conditions,
It's
we are
Crossrail.
calling this Crossrail, okay?
And Southwestern Railway. So they only have two.
I'm just clarifying this to everybody in the comments down below. If you comment on this podcast, we are calling the Elizabeth Line Crossrail. We're banning the
Did you just say
word
Elizabeth
Harvey
Line?
politics.
Oh, you dirty.
That's almost as bad of a swear word than politics. Sorry.
James,
I'm
how dare you?
sorry. I'm disappointed in myself.
So, what shall we move on to?
375s.
MTR have also been shortlisted for the West Coast Mainline franchise.
Oh, that's going to be surprising.
Oh, what did
A
you-
metro operator
what do
running
you guys want to win the tender
running
for
class one into
HS2?
city services.
What
You
about
know,
HS2?
I cannot see that ever
Shall
happening.
we move on?
No, let's talk about HS2 for a second.
Yes, I want it.
The tender and the company that will be running it, it's going to be a different company to the West Coast franchise, I'll tell you that.
I want
'Cause
it.
the
What are we
government-
discussing about? Fraser, what are you saying about?
High Speed 2. The
Oh,
line
High Speed
between
2.
Birmingham and
Right.
Houston.
Do you reckon they'll put a link in so they can link High Speed 1 and High Speed 2? So technically
Yeah.
they can
Yeah,
run
that's Crossrail 2. That's
they
what
can run
they're planning at the moment.
Eurostars from Birmingham to Paris.
That will be cool.
How I did that in a
Eurostar
blog
had
post I did
services that
somewhere.
even went up to Glasgow.
Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh, we are going
The
from
Eurostar-
Paris to
Eurostar-
Birmingham.
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 Oh,
Agree on Fraser?
Birmingham.
What I was saying was Eurostar originally had services that went to Birmingham and also went up to Glasgow at one point,
Hang on.
if I'm remembering correctly. However, they were making a lot of those services, so they just cut it short and went back down to Waterloo at the time before transferring to Paddington, Pancras.
Some Pancras, mate.
Yes, I know.
But
Mistakes happen, James.
I know.
Okay.
But with it's like with the Eurotunnel. Deutsche Bahn want to run services from Brussels and Cologne and places like that. So
Oh yeah, back in 2012.
But
yeah.
Eurostar have been really tight about giving them use of the
Yeah.
tunnel. So at the
Because-
moment, it's only I think it's only there's
The
one freight
Eurotunnel
company.
and Eurostar.
Just so you know, guys, Dushbar is actually a Reaver.
Yeah, we
The
know.
Reaver are everywhere.
The
I know.
Reaver, Deutsche Bahn,
You just say douchebag.
Deutsche
Deutsche Bahn.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Bahn.
Deutsche
Deutsche Bahn. Deutsche.
It's Deutschbar, or I
It's
don't know.
German Bahn.
Deutsche Bahn.
German
I don't
Rail.
know. I don't know fucking German. I don't know really. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Strassenbahn is
Yeah.
rail, which is basically a tram. So you really need to know.
So yeah, I'm quite excited for HS2.
Deutsche
because-
Bahn means German
Oh.
railway.
Okay, thank you.
So Germany, Deutsche Bahn, what do they operate? They operate cross-country, Tilton Railways,
Some
Love it.
freight services.
cross-country, no, not cross, I've already said that, Grand Central,
Yeah,
Arriva Trains Wales.
TfL Tram Link, no, that's first group, and London Overground.
Arriva Trains Wales.
No, we're not talking
No.
about them.
No,
That's
do not
disgrace.
mention them. They are
That's a
trash.
disgrace.
That's another swear word. Okay, now someone needs to get a 1 kilohertz
Right, okay,
tone.
we got three banned words now. So we got politics, Elizabeth Line, and finally, what's the third one you said again?
Arriva Trains Wales.
Arriva
ATW.
Trains Wales. Okay, right, we're done.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
don't
three
need to talk
banned
about
words.
them until August, do we?
Yeah. So yeah,
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
that's
to
it.
say the swear word. The Welsh Railway Company, the one that works down there,
yeah, Welsh
run
Ground.
by Arriva. Their
Cancel.
franchise runs out in October.
Hooray!
Yeah, so the new operator will probably be announced next month or maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
back
I'd
to
agree.
High Speed 2. Who would you guys want to win the tender for the trains?
Abellio.
And
Stagecoach.
operate the services?
What, for the Welsh company?
Siemens for
No,
for
High Speed 2. High Speed 2.
Hitachi for the
High Speed 2.
trains.
Yeah, I agree with Hitachi 84.
So we're going to get 8400s.
Yeah.
If I
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
Stagecoach for the train. Stagecoach for the.
I want Siemens to win because Siemens also made the Valerio, the Class 374. I
No.
either want Siemens Valerios, which are basically the Class 374, or the AT400. So I'm in those two. I don't think Bombardier could make a high speed train.
No, I would go with Hitachi
It'll
and
be-
to
it'll be
operate
shit.
service.
We've
It
been
will
going
be
nearly an
Meridian.
hour.
Well, unless we
If I'm correct, their AT400s can go up to 200 miles an hour. I'm just trying to find my information.
oh shit, that's quite cool. Yeah, that's quite really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, who do you think that well, Fraser's searching up. Who do you think should operate HS2?
Stagecoach.
Stage.
Abellio.
I'm gonna bet on Abellio just for this because
British Rail.
Govia.
fuck off.
British Rail.
Unless Jeremy Corbyn wins the election.
Politics
If-
again. Stop it.
If rating is off the table, I would go with Stagecoach.
Get rid of politics.
I know.
I'd either go with
Stop talking about politics. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
So you should be.
Stagecoach or My Railway.
I'm gonna say Abellio because Abellio's taking over the entire railway anyway. They're bidding for fucking everything.
That doesn't mean they'll get everything.
They're what?
Well, they are. Technically, they are. They are. They're becoming the new first group. Like
No, the new Govia.
the new.
Hopefully
No,
they won't fail.
Govia just wants to merge up and become a massive giant cancer cell. That's basically what they're trying.
Whoa.
No, you shouldn't.
That's how much I hate it, man.
Banter.
No, Govia or they operate 30% of. No, they used to actually, not anymore.
Yeah.
So, Abellio runs. I said Abellio. Let's not judge that.
Abellio.
Guys, you are free to turn this into a meme.
Abellio run Merseyrail.
Yep.
ScotRail.
Wait,
Wales-
who operates Northern?
They used
Arriva operates Northern.
Abellio used to run Northern, but the franchise ran out in 2016.
Yeah, and got took by Arriva.
They've put bids in for Wales and Borders, West Midlands, Tyne and Wear Metro.
Right.
Yeah.
Abellio have also bidded for South Western franchise, London Overground, South Central, Intercity West Coast, Essex and Tameside,
That's
Thames
sick, by the way.
Thames Link, Southern and Great Northern, and Northern franchises.
Ooh. That's
As you say, they don't win everything.
They are going to win the Southeastern franchise. I think they are actually going to win the Southeastern franchise.
Abellio have got, currently they've got Merseyrail, Greater Anglia, ScotRail and West Midlands
Yeah.
trains.
I'm just going to quickly get a message out to Abellio. If you win the goddamn Southeastern franchise, please do not order any more adventurers.
No, don't.
No
Please,
more.
please,
Yes, order them all.
No.
No more.
Please no.
If there are any more adventures in this country, I'm moving to America.
Adventurers obey.
It's America, man. No more goddamn adventurers.
No.
There's
And America gets
5 fucking orders.
things.
More Lecky stars.
No, they ended it now. That's
508.
another story.
508.
The last of Electro Star was built around, back in the end of January, I think, or at the start of January. Sorry. The
508.
last one was built, and
508.
all we can say is, rest in peace, Electro Star. You were a piece of shit, and you're basically everywhere.
I like Electro stars.
I
ones are the
know.
best.
Apart from Dash,
I just think there's too much.
apart from Dash 9s. Dash 9s are disgusting.
Well, yeah.
But I think the best Electro Star they've ever done
Dash
is the
6.
379s. The 379s always going to be the best one.
357s.
Yes.
Yes,
Because they've got the Turbo
that's
Star
possible.
front, but then they've got Electro Star in the middle.
Yeah.
So are we all agreed that that's like the best Electro Star?
What, the first
Apart
one?
from the 375/6.
357s.
The worst Electro Star is the 376.
No!
Oh, I've been on those. They're lovely.
No!
They smell of piss!
That's not Bombardier's fault.
That's London.
No, that's Southeastern's fault. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, we have actually been going for an hour.
Hooray! We have
Well,
One
with all
hour
the
special.
editing that Jacob was doing, we've only been going for an hour and a half. No, I mean half an hour.
yeah,
Not an hour
that's
and a
good.
half.
Yeah, we should get a public.
Well, for most of mine, my microphone's been muted, so...
So, just to recap, this
I'm
podcast,
going
buy
to,
pictures from the transport guide using the links below.
which I'm not actually going to. What I'm going to do.
That's it.
Okay, James.
Please buy.
Okay, calm down, Tricia. But James, what I might do is I might put like a little notification saying James is muted or something
I would.
in like the thing.
I
Like in
haven't.
the first,
I was
No,
talking.
but
but-
Cameron's been recording as well, remember?
No, James is recording that. James sending me the audio on this.
Yeah,
Only my audio,
Any-
though.
Cameron's been
Yeah,
recording.
Yeah. So anything else they want to bring out
It's
from
just-
rail
yeah,
or discussions at all?
No.
Oh, we still haven't discussed that that station which was supposed to open on the 10th of December.
Which station was that?
What is that?
It's very
I'm trying to
small.
remember. It's on the London Midland network near Coventry. Was it Northampton?
It's
Is that the one that all the
Wetlands.
stations went to?
Middleton or I don't know.
Easy. All right.
I can hear someone searching it up, so I
Me.
know
That's me.
good.
I was a massive nerd. Right. Can we talk about after that? Should we talk about Alstom's hydrogen trains?
Nelworth.
Ooh.
Nilworth. Kenilworth.
Nebworth.
That's it.
No,
Kenilworth.
Kenilworth.
Nebworth.
Kenilworth.
No, not
Kenilworth.
Nebworth.
Nebworth is the best.
Sorry.
New Milton is.
Nebworth is the best if you want to get passing trains.
Ah, jeez.
Especially if my dad's in control.
What we would do?
What?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. I forgot what I was going to say. Wait. What the hell?
Oh, does anybody want any window labels? I've got like 97.
No, I think Sam will be interested though, because Sam's building like a massive collection of them apparently.
What, Sam
Cooper.
Cooper?
Yeah, he's building like a massive giant collection of them.
Yeah,
I'm not interested
on
in
the
those.
24th of February, when I do an HST bash with the lads.
Oh, when is the HST? Where's the final HST going to run?
It has to be before the end of 2019.
Yeah, I'm just saying, when's the last GWR one?
No, because actually, they are going to be running it after 2019.
Oh,
They'll probably run in Oxford.
Shorter sets for certain lines.
oh, okay.
Because first group
So
don't care.
they're not actually replacing all of the HSTs.
No.
No, some of the
They're
HSTs
keeping
are
some and running them as
making
short
stuff like-
sets.
They're getting five coach sets, I think it is.
Oh, okay. So it's just going to be like all standards.
All of the ones.
I think it's going to be 4 coaches, and it's going to be like a first buffet thing, and then 3 standards.
As I say again,
Everything going out of Paddington will be IEP.
why the fuck is there no buffet cart? Like, there's no buffet cart in the fucking IEPs.
Yeah, well, you do get a free trolley service.
No.
I think is there going to be one in the 9-car version?
They're most likely. I think there will be. In the
Virgin requested it with
800-2.
Wait,
Yeah.
is Virgin going to have one? Wait, is Virgin going to have a buffet?
Yeah, Virgin will have one in there.
See, when Virgin
car
ordered
trains.
their units,
Thank
they
you.
requested a buffet.
Thank you. They made a good decision. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember there used to be a buffet car, like a little buffet on a. I think at the time it was National Express East Anglia. Because I used to live in Essex around the time. They used to have a buffet bit on a 170, and that was so cool. It was like a little area you can go and eat. It was quite cool.
Wait, did you say on a 170?
Yeah, it was in National Express.
Wait, aren't those 2 cars?
No, it was a free car one. It was a free car one. It was a free car. Yeah, and like a
A
little
third of the train, or no, more than a third of the train, is a buffet.
Yeah, it's like a little shop.
Bloody hell, that's...
It was quite cool, but the problem is, in 2010 they removed it. They didn't put it on it. I got quite sad because of it.
What matter of thing is happening in the background?
Jesus, who is that?
Oh, if you can hear a load of clutter, that's me. Just saying.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Trying to find my notes.
Well, me.
No, not you, Cameron.
Me?
No, Frosier's just making a lot of noise in the background.
Is it like
Oh,
this?
what, you mean this noise?
Yeah.
Yes, that noise. Oh,
Yeah,
That's
I'm just
me.
trying to find my 18400 booklet.
I mean, I can't hear Fraser's mic for some reason.
Can you?
really? That's quite weird.
Can you say me?
It's definitely being recorded. I can guarantee that because I can hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear everyone.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, definitely going to put a little notification on the first 50 minutes saying James has got a fucked up mic or James has turned his mic off.
Well, it's because I had it as a hotkey on the enter key. So when I'm searching stuff up,
Okay, that's interesting.
it's my own stupid fault. I've turned it off now.
Right, okay, so, right.
Shut up, Dad. Bellend.
Right, should we end it on here? Should we end the podcast on here?
That's 1 hour 2 minutes.
1 hour, 2 minutes, okay.
It's been more than that.
Nope, that's how long we've been recording.
Just remember, you're editing this crap, by the way.
I'm not going to edit it, don't worry, I'm not going to edit it. To be fair, it's our first episode, okay?
It's the pilot, it's the infamous pilot.
This is the
No,
pilot.
because we should save the bloopers for the end of the
Yeah.
year.
Anyway,
So,
editing.
should we end it on? So should we end it, guys? Should we end the podcast here?
Let's do that.
Okay,
Bye,
guys.
assholes.
No. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to all of our channels.
And buy my merch. Buy my merch.
Fuck your merch. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the next episode in February. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
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 See you all.